Hello. All right, so where we're at today is we have all of your inspections approved, your mechanical, plumbing, electrical, and the rough frame. So tomorrow they're gonna start insulating your house. I'll get the installation inspection on Monday, and then from there we will stock the house with drywall, and then we'll be in drywall next week. The point of today's meeting is just to show you every single thing with the layouts of the house. We'll go through your entire electrical diagram, we'll confirm it right before we leave. That way we don't have to go through and cut holes in drywall, things like that. If you have any questions at all throughout this entire meeting, please let me know. If something doesn't look right, let me know. I have my tape measure, we can take measurements if you need it. And then if I need to write things down, if you want to sign the house off, you can.
Sure.
All right, we'll start upstairs in the master. Your master bathroom, right when you walk in, you'll have 3 switches. The first one is going to be for this vanity light. The second one will be for the light above the shower. And then the third one will be for that bath fan. This will have 3 light bulbs on it. You have your nice long countertop, 2 sinks, 1 on each side, and then your toilet will be right here. You have 2 outlets. The mirror will go all the way across. This is PEX piping. It's a 5000 series, so if you leave the house and it freezes, this will expand up to 7 times its size and contract. I can't guarantee it won't burst, but this is very economical these days. We don't use copper anywhere anymore. So this is the PEX piping, and we use these to hold them down. That way when you turn the water on after a while, it doesn't kick or shake or anything like that. All of your drains go straight to the basement and then to the sewer lines. And then we have a plumbing stack that goes straight up and then through your roof right there. That's just for plumbing fumes, because everything's tied into your sewer lines. You want to have some water in there. So most of our drains have that trap that goes like this. There's water that's on purpose, that way none of the fumes can come through and back up. If they do, they'll go up and throughout the house. Cool? All right. You'll have a spot where you can have air coming through and you can adjust it, so that's just going to be for your hot air or your cold air. And then right here you have a closet shelf, which will have 4 shelves in here. The doors are marked. If you put your back up against where the writing is, there's no writing here. So if I put my back up against this, RH is my right hand. Take my right hand and the arrows this way, so the door will swing open this way. So if you just want to walk around and get an idea of that. Your shower is right here. It's a 4-piece stall. You've got 1 piece on the bottom. We do multiple cleans, so I know it's a little dirty right now, so I apologize. But then you have 2, 3, and 4. You've got the 6 built-in shelves. That's the shower head, and then the diverter is right there. That's the only window in the house that does not operate, so it won't get a screen. All the other windows will get a screen. And then with your bath fan, that exhausts directly outside. Questions in here?
No. I haven't. I really don't have it.
Okay, cool. Your master bedroom, right when you walk in, you'll have 4 switches. Anytime you walk into any bedroom, the first switch will always be the half hot. So what the half hot is there's going to be an outlet in your house that is upside down. The bottom is always on. You can plug whatever you want, it'll always work. The top outlet is off of this switch. So it's a switch plug. When you turn this on, this one and this one will be live. So we say the bed goes right here, and if you have a nightstand on either side with lamps, that means you don't have to go up to the lamp every single time to turn it on or off. So the master has 2 of them. The reason why I know it says HC hot cold. The way you'll know is once we actually finish the wiring and the electrical and put the box in, it's physically upside down. So all your other outlets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of those other outlets are always on. These 2 back here, the bottom is always on, the top is off of that switch. Now that switch is also 3-wayed with this switch. So if you're coming in and out of bed, you can turn it on and off. If you're coming in and out of the room, on and off. Your second switch will be for your 4 can lights you guys have surrounding us. And then the last 2, anytime you have a fan prep, there's going to be 2 switches. The first one is for the light on the fan. The second is for the blades on the fan. Cool? With your house, you have 3 phases of energy sealing. So the first phase is you can see all that fire foam. You can see all the caulking.
Yeah.
You can see all the foam around our windows. We really want to make sure you have a nice energy tight home. We don't want any air leakage. We don't want any cold spots in the house. So what this is, it kind of has two purposes. With your electrical outlets that we have, we fire stop them just in case if a fire ever starts right here, that fire will get slowed down or it won't pass through that box and go up into your walls. So every single outlet you see will have that fire foam or the fire caulking. And then every single bottom plate that we have, every single corner or panel joint that we have will be caulked or fire stopped. And again, this is just to slow down the fire to give you guys time to get out. But the main reason is also to mitigate any air leakage from the outside coming. With our windows, we have silicone 4 inches up each side and then all the way across the bottom. And then we foam all 3 sides to make sure that no air comes in from the outside. These windows are double paned from the inside and the outside. There is argon gas in the middle. If it breaks, it's not poisonous or anything. You want to keep them locked because it is vinyl and it will flex. So every time the sun hits it, it's going to flex and kind of morph. So you want to keep them locked for the first 6 months that you move in. Obviously, if you want to open, you can. But when you have it shut, just keep it locked. You can see the seal is super tight right now. If I unlock it, it kind of loosens up. Right?
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna have air leaking from here, but keeping them locked will make sure that that seal stays tight forever.
Sure.
Now you can open these, just the bottom goes up, the top does not move or anything. You can put it wherever you want. As long as you have this much space, you can go as high as this, as low as that. You can pull these 2 tabs, the window comes down. Don't show the kids. On top of that, you can also take the whole window out. If you want to power wash them or do anything with that in the garage. You will have screens at the very end of the build process before you guys move in. The screens are accessible from here. There's just a little latch. You can pull it off. Cool? Now, the first phase of energy sealing is all this foam and caulk you see. The second phase is, if you can imagine, when we put the drywall in, they have to cut around all these openings. They have to cut around all the outlets, that way we can access them. There's gonna be a gap in between this outlet and the drywall. That's gonna allow air to come through. So what we do is we caulk that gap to mitigate even more airflow. And then the third phase is a blower door test. So they'll hook up a fan to the house, they pressurize the entire house, they suck all the air out, and they get an air leakage rating. All of that has to be sent into the city for me to get your certificate of occupancy. So there's a lot of factors in place for us to make sure your house is nice and tight. With energy efficiency, with the efficiency of your furnaces and ACs and your appliances, all of that kind of ties in together to give you a nice energy rating for the house. That way you're not spending more money using the AC or more money using the furnace. Sure. All right. Now it's gonna get repetitive because every single room will have that energy ceiling. So I'll kind of show you every kind of certain spot that's here or there. On top of that too, every single time we go through the top plate, where it meets a different floor or the attic, or we go through the bottom plate. Where would we go through the bottom? I'll show you one of the spots when we go through the bottom plate. All of that gets fire stopped as well. On top of the 4 can lights and the fire or the fan prep you have, here's a smoke detector. Every single bedroom will have one. This is hardwired, so if this one goes off, every single one in the house goes off. If the power goes out, there is a battery backup. Cool? And then one of the last things I want to show you in this room, which is going to be repetitive throughout the entire house, is we go through and we sand and screw our floors down. So on top of the carpenter nailing and gluing, we'll come back after all the weight in the house with all the wiring, the plumbing, the tubs, all the foam. It adds weight to the house, the shingles, especially in the windows. It starts to kind of settle. So we'll go through and we screw all of our seams down. We'll screw all your panels into the floor, and we'll sand all the joints. This is to mitigate any floor squeaks. That's something that's covered under the 1-year warranty, just because the house is going to be literally moving in its foundation. So if you do have any floor squeaks, covered for 1 year, but this is to mitigate those floor squeaks.
Sure.
Cool?
Yep.
And you won't have any high spots, so when you're walking, you're not going to go like this. On top of that, you'll have 2 floor registers where you can kind of adjust the airflow in the room. And then over here is a cold air intake. So this will suck in air from this room and it'll get tied into that one, and all of that will go down to the furnace in the basement. Cool?
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns about the master?
No, I don't know what to ask, but I
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Once we get to the final stages, and he'll be able to tell you, because he'll close before you, but once we get to that stage, I'm going to go through everything one more time. This is just to more show you the guts of your home and to get you familiar with the layout.
Yeah.
Cool. This is the master closet. You guys opted for the second light, so you have two lights right here with the light switch behind you. And then again, you'll have shelves over here, here, and here. The door will swing open this way, and then you've got your attic access right there. That's more so just in case you need to add certain lights. If there's a roof leak, if a firefighter needs to go up there, we don't recommend storing anything up there. All right, cool. We'll move on. The hallway bathroom. Right when you walk in, you have three switches. The first one will be the vanity light. Second one will be that light over the shower. And then the third one will be the bath fan. You've got one outlet over here. You can see we already have power to the house, which is nice, so the trades can use it. And then you have one sink in this room. So you have the countertop going all the way across, but just one sink and one cabinet, and it'll be open to below underneath. And then over here you'll have your toilet, and then you've got your tub. Built-in shelves, and then you'll have the diverter, the tub filling. You can pull that up for the shower. Behind here, that's a thermoply. So because we already have this installed, the insulator can't get back there to insulate that wall. So we already insulate it before they come. After installation, we have to have a thermal barrier, which is what Drywall acts as to kind of mitigate any air temperature change. So we install this thermoply. All right. It's considered a dead space. So that's what we do. Cool?
Yep.
All right. We'll move forward. First bedroom, you've got 4 can lights. You've got your smoke detector right here.
Okay.
And then you guys added this light in this closet, which that switch will be right here. And then this closet will be a bypass, so it'll have 2 doors that slide past each other with one shelf all the way across. And then the way the switches work is you have 3 of them. First one is the half hot, so it's back in that corner. Second one will be for the 4 lights. And then the third one will be for your, I think you did the switch.
Yeah.
You did 2 on 1 and
Yeah.
the other 2. So you
Yeah.
can see right here, these 2 are on 1,
Yes.
those 2 are on 1.
You are right. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Got the windows. Any windows on the front of the house will have the grids. Some of the side windows, because you added these, they'll have the grid. Because that's a larger window than that one by a little bit. The grid's on the bottom and not that one. And then these are the smaller windows that we offer, but that's overlooking your house. Again, all of the windows that open, you can pull them back and adjust them. You have one spot right here for the floor register, and then you have outlets scattered all the way around. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. You have a pass-through vent right here. This isn't connected to your furnace or anything, but if you could imagine if this door is shut, there's no airflow going throughout the room other than the bottom space, which is like that big. So this allows air to circulate throughout the room if this door is shut. Over here you have a switch, which is going to be for your hallway. So you have 1 light and 2 lights for this hallway. And there's 1 switch over there, and there's going to be another switch right here for that. So if you're coming upstairs or downstairs, you can turn it on or off. If you're coming to the bathroom or out of the bathroom, on or off. Right here is a linen closet. You'll have 4 shelves. And then this is just a storage room, no shelves. So just for storage, you can put whatever you want in there. But both will have doors by themselves. And then this is another cold air intake for the 2nd floor. It sucks in all the air, goes down to your furnace.
Gotcha.
Cool. You'll have your half wall right here. Same thing with that one. No regular drywall. You'll have the trim on the top, just like the model.
This is a drywall, right?
Yeah. Right here is a wireless access point. So when we put your Wi-Fi in the basement, the router, you'll have a booster point here and downstairs. So I'll show you those spots.
Do I need to install booster myself?
I think you guys purchased the smart home package, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay, I can triple check the options, but if you didn't purchase the smart home package, all you have to do is buy the booster, and then you just wire it to that. You don't have to plug it in anywhere, it's just the wire, it's power over Ethernet. So there's 2 spots. That's to allow the Wi-Fi to get boosted throughout the house. Cool. This will be a smoke and carbon detector. So every main floor, second floor, first floor, basement will have a smoke carbon detector, and then every room will just have smoke. And I'll be able to show you the difference. But same thing, it's hardwired throughout the entire house, and it has a battery backup. The middle bedroom, same exact layout. You have the pass-through above. You have 3 switches. First one's going to be the half hot in that corner. Second one will be for these 2 lights, and then the third one will be for these 2 lights. You have a smoke detector right here, and then you've got a door that opens up this way, and you'll have a shelf here, a shelf there, and then you'll have the light switch right above us. You got 1 window in this room. This one's one of the smaller rooms, overlooking the front of your house. And yeah.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yep.
All right. The last room, same setup, 3 switches. First one's a half hot, second one will be for these 2 lights, third one will be for these 2 lights. Your smoke detector is right there, and then you've got the other bypass closet with a light switch for this light. 1 shelf all the way across, and then you'll have the floor register here with outlets scattered around. These holes in the ceiling are totally normal. That's to allow air to kind of circulate throughout the house to go through the roof. And then that one will get patched from the outside when they do the siding. Cool? Questions in this area?
No.
All right. Or launch? Oh, is there something? Make sure they took care of that. Your laundry room, right here is your tub that you guys purchased. You have 1 light switch for this light, and then you have a spot to circulate air. Right here is a floor drain. They will cut this flush with the ground just in case your washer or your tub start to leak. You can push the water towards this drain. You have your washer set up, so there's hot water, cold water, and then the drain. And then you have an outlet for the water for the washer, and then you have your dryer vent. You can either do gas or electric for your dryer. So it's up to you. You can choose either or. Cool. Questions in here?
No.
All right. These switches right here, this one, these 2, as I mentioned, one of them will be for the hallway. This second one will be for this light, and then there's one downstairs at the bottom of the stairs. This is for code, so you can turn on the light here, or downstairs you can turn on the light. These 2 will be for your loft. One will be for your 4 lights. They're all on 1 switch. And then the other one will be for the half hot, which will be right there. You have a TV prep right here. So you have an outlet, a pass through. So if you have like an Xbox or a receiver, you can hide the HDMI cord. So you push it through, it'll come through this tube. The other end will come here. That way you're hiding wires between the TV and this spot. And then the second spot will be hard wire for cable or data. And then the third will be an outlet. So just remember this Smurf tube is here. And then at the final, I'll be able to show you exactly how it works. For your TV, this isn't necessarily the middle of where the TV goes. You can have your TV kind of go anywhere around this area, so you can hide the box. So more than likely put it a little higher right here. Cool. Questions in your loft?
Is there any restrictions that TV can be any size, right? I mean, there is no.
Yep. There's no. I mean, TV can be any size. Just know that on the right side of this is where the studs are, and then you can always use a stud finder to try and find one. Cool?
Yep.
All right. That's your second floor. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm good at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will be carpeted. You have the 3 switches here. One of them will be for the stairs, so it's this one and the top of the stairs. The second one will be for the half hot, so you have another half hot over there in that corner. And then the third one will be for your kitchen lights. All right? So you have 4 in the kitchen, and then 1 right above this. We'll kind of start over here. Your door opens up this way. You guys will have 1 and 2 porch lights. And that switch is going to be right here. And then this first one will be for your foyer light. All right.
Yep.
Right here is the second wireless access point, so it's for the first floor.
Okay.
And then over here, your flex room, you'll have two doors that open up.
Yeah.
They'll come this way.
It's a slide door, right?
No, it's two doors.
Oh, two doors.
Yeah, two doors that open like this.
Yeah.
They're fancy.
Yeah.
You have three switches. First one will be the half hot, which is right there by the window. And then the second one will be for these two lights. Third one will be for those two lights. It's pretty basic standard layout. It's kind of like a bedroom. There is no smoke detector in here. You do have the pass-through vent. And then you've got the nice windows overlooking the front yard. Cool?
Yep.
All right. Right here will be a storage closet. Or, sorry, coat closet. You'll have one shelf. It's just for coats, boots, whatever you have when you're coming into the house. Here's another dead space. This is to allow both those air returns to go straight to the basement. So when we go to the basement, you can kind of see the furnace is going to be right under us. Coming into your kitchen, one light will be for the foyer lights. So if you're coming in and out, you can turn it on or off. And then this one will be for your 4 kitchen lights, which will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the standard around your layout. And then you guys have that extra one right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right. You'll have outlets scattered around. So you'll have a cabinet here, upper cabinet, you'll have your fridge, you have a water line for the fridge, and then you also have the outlet for the fridge. Right here is your kitchen pantry. You have 4 shelves here, 4 shelves there, and then you'll have the light switch for that pantry right here. And then on this side, you'll have GFI breakers. So I'll be able to show you what this does at the final.
Okay.
But if it's for the microwave, dishwasher, and disposal, if it ever trips, you can go there and reset it.
And Ali, I have one question.
Yeah.
If I want to move this fridge to that side, how difficult it is for me?
Which one? The water?
No, I mean, this is for the refrigerator, right?
Yes, that's the refrigerator water line.
Water line.
Yep.
If I want to move this to here, how difficult it is for me?
So you don't want to move that because you have a dedicated outlet for your fridge.
Okay.
Now, it's not going to be difficult to do anything on the first floor because your basement's unfinished.
Okay.
You'll be able to go straight from the first floor.
Okay.
As I mentioned, this is very easy to use. So you can literally cut this anywhere you want in the basement and you can add a whole nother line. So they can do that, they can drill through the bottom plate and then you'll just cut open the drywall, put another water box, but then you're gonna wanna do the same thing with an electrical outlet and have a dedicated outlet. Cool?
Yep.
All right, you have your island right here, you have your sink and your dishwasher, another cabinet, and then all the way across you have outlets scattered around. Right here will be the microwave and then the range. You have 2 switches right here. One will be for the cafe, so 1 and 2, and then the other one will be for this singular light. So if you put a future chandelier or something, you can just turn that on, or you can just turn those on.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Go to the flex or the sunroom, one of my favorite rooms in the house. You have these 2 on one switch, those 2 on one switch. You have outlets scattered around, and then that's going to be your half hot. You can see how much natural lighting is coming through.
Yeah.
This is also like 80% glass, so you'll have even more natural light come through. And then I can show you how high we are off the ground, because you're more than likely going to want to do a deck and not a patio. Right here. So that's the rough grade, and that's about where you want to go.
Okay. So, I mean, if I want to install that deck, I can do it immediately or do I need to do after 1 year or something?
No, you can do it immediately, but just after you close.
Okay.
Yep. So you can get designs, submit it to the HOA for approval, and then you'll submit for a permit at the city of South Lyon.
Okay.
All right.
Can I do that online or do I need to go?
You need to go through a trade that's licensed and insured. I can give you a contact. They're actually doing a deck over there.
Okay.
See the house with the white siding?
Yeah.
So not 1, 2, the third one. You can kind of see at the end of the sunroom, They chose a deck through us. We have Lars David, they do decking for us. I can give you their contact information. If you want, you can get a free quote from them. But any decking company, just get a quote, get a drawing, and then you have to submit that to the HOA for approval, and then you submit it to the city of South Lyon for approval.
For HOA approval, is it through you, right? I mean, or maybe
It's through the HOA.
HOA.
Yeah, right now it's a third party, but once everyone moves in, or once there's like 50% of homeowners living here, then it transfers to the homeowner. With the lighting set up right here, one's for the half hot, one's for the two lights, the other is for the other two. And then these two, one is also for the half hot, so coming in and out. And then this last one, you have a light on the outside. You'll also have an outlet on the outside. Cool?
Yeah.
Alright. Your gathering room, you have 6 lights, 3 here, 3 there.
Okay.
I believe we did these 3 on one switch, and those 3 on one switch, and then you have 2 switches, one's for the fan, one's for the light.
Yeah.
You have outlets scattered around, and then again, the same thing as the upstairs, the TV prep with outlet, pass-through cable data outlet. So before we move on, you guys had 4 in the loft, and those will be on one dimmer. In the owner's closet, we added the extra light, so there's 2 that we saw. You added that media prep in the loft. You have 4 in your owner's suite plus the fan prep.
Yes.
These are all on one switch.
Yeah.
And then you have 1 extra in the bath too. In each bedroom, you have the 2 on one, and then the other 2 on the other one.
Yes.
And then this closet already comes with a light, so you added 2 more lights to each closet.
Yep.
Downstairs, you have 4 in the sunroom, 2 diagonal and 2 diagonal. Remember, we changed these. I think it's a better layout because if you would have put 4, it's kind of a lot of lighting in that area.
Yeah.
So we did the 2, 1 on top, 1 below with the center light included. And then for the kitchen, we did the 4 around with the 1 added light in there.
Okay.
And then in the flex room, 2 across, 2 across. And then we also added the 2 lights that you have.
Okay.
And then here you have 6 and 6. There's 2 dimmers, 1 for this side, 1 for this side with the fan prep.
Yep.
And then when we get over there, you'll have the same thing as the other bedrooms, 2 across, 1 in the closet, and then that bath 6 will have 1 light.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
All right. Over here, you have your doorbell chime. So when you ring the doorbell, it'll be right here. And then this one's gonna be your thermostat. These 4 switches, one of them will operate your 3 can lights. The other will operate the other 3. They'll each have a dimmer. And then the next 2, one's for the light, one's for the fan. Over here, you'll have 1 for the half hot down there. And then the other one is gonna be for this entrance.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
Now this entrance light, you're gonna have it over here, but it's also over there. That way if you're walking in and out, you can turn that light on or off.
Sure.
And then that will be a smoke detector.
Sure.
Back here, you have bed 6. 3 switches. First one is the half hot, second one is these 2 lights, third one is those 2 lights. You have a smoke detector right there. And then you've got this closet with a light switch right above. 1 shelf.
I have one question on the bathroom.
Sure.
Actually, I choose tub, I believe, for that.
So I think it comes standard with a shower.
Okay.
So we wouldn't do a tub for this. Bed 6, bath 6. Yep, so it's always standard. I don't think there's an option for a tub.
Okay.
It's always the stand-up shower.
Okay.
So the only tub you'll have in the house is the bathroom upstairs.
Okay.
All right? Good?
Yeah.
Over here you'll have 3 switches. One is going to be for that light. The second one will be for the light above the shower. And then the third one will be for the bath fan. You'll have that sink right here with the water shut-offs and then the drain. And then you'll have a toilet right there. This will come with a shower door. Your bathtub upstairs doesn't have a shower door, but then your master will also have a shower door. Cool?
Yep.
Questions on the first floor?
I don't think so. But if I have it.
All right.
Anything, I will email you.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll go to the basement. You have 1 switch here, which will operate this light, and there's 1 downstairs They'll both be on. When they do the final electric, they'll add that light, but then you also have a smoke and carbon detector right here. Your furnace will sit right here, as well as your water tank. Here's the drain for the furnace for any condensate that we have. That'll be flush with the ground, and then this gets flush with the ground. This is just for clean out, just in case you have to go through and clean the pipes out. Over here is another clean out, so this is the connection from the street coming under your footing, ties into this, and then all of this ties into your plumbing stack. So all the sewage from your house goes down, underground, straight through there. So if there's ever a clog between the house and the street, they can open this and go through it. Your water meter will be right here. So this is where we access the water for the house, and it'll go all the way throughout all these pipes. Over here is your electrical meter, your electrical panel. We will label everything very nicely on here. And then this is the master, and then you'll have multiple breakers. You may have a couple extra for a future hot tub, or if you want to finish the basement. We'll put the insulation blanket all the way around, and then though that wooden wall back there will have the actual insulation in it. This is your low voltage panel. So AT&T will run their wire through here for cable and internet. The white is cable, the gray is the wireless access points, and then the blue is the data.
Oh,
so
they already have all set up ready, the DTN.
Exactly. So all they need to do is wire it, and then put the receiver in the router, and they'll plug these in, and then everything will be live upstairs.
Awesome.
Cool? All right. Plumbing stack over here as well as over there. So all the sewage from your first floor, second floor goes there, straight to there. You can see your sunroom bump out is also included in the basement. You'll have insulation here, and then the drywall for this is not finished. It's like almost finished. We do all the tape and mud and we sand it, but they don't paint it or prime it. The garage will be very unfinished. It's just one coat tape and mud.
So if I want to do finished basement, I can do it immediately. Do I need to wait?
You need to wait. You can do whatever you want. We recommend waiting 1 year because if anything happens, it'll happen within that first year. With settlement, with anything with the drywall, with the foundation wall. Now, I haven't seen any cracks at all, but that's covered for 10 full years. If you cover that up right away, you only know if there's water coming in, which doesn't really happen, but it's just in case. We want you to wait at least 1 year to kind of make sure that it's all okay.
In future, if I want to install a window, I can do that, you know?
Yes and no. You'll have to get it structurally engineered. Yeah. Which is, it's doable, but you see all of this weight transfer that we have with the header. You can do the same thing over there. It's just going to take time and money. You have 2 windows that are overlooking your house, and then this is where your AC will sit. Right here is your sump pump. We'll make this nice and clean, but any of the groundwater, anytime it fills up, will kick up and outside the house and back to the storm sewer. Your second plumbing stack, and then this is your future plumbing for the basement. So shower, toilet, sink. So you can build this off and make it a nice bathroom just in the corner. So you've got all this space to finish your basement.
Can I take out these windows like how you did this in the back?
Yes. Maybe don't show the kids, but just like that. So you just slide it in, and it won't.
And
we'll put a screen here too.
Maybe one more question. If I install the deck outside,
Yes.
does it stop the sunlight inside coming? Or?
Yes and no. I mean, it's still going to be open to below because you're not going to have anything, but it's going to block some of that sunlight, but you'll still have the natural light coming. Because if you do a patio, if you could imagine you have to build stairs coming all the way down, that's going to take up a lot of room.
I understand. Yeah.
So you probably want to stick with the deck.
Okay. And our place is that until that red light.
Pretty much. Yep. So like the left corner of the property is right around that storm sewer, and the back of it is also right around there. Cool?
Yeah.
You will have cracks in the basement. It's on purpose. If you could imagine anytime you walk out a sidewalk or a driveway, you see the control joints that are there. With the basement, it's still curing, but before we close you on the house, there's more than likely going to be cracks from the exterior corners of the walls. And these cracks are there on purpose. It's a plastic zip strip, so it's an upside down T. We set the concrete. That's to allow the concrete to crack. This is to allow the weight of the house to shift within the foundation. Cool? All right. Questions down here, guys?
No.
Okay. We'll head upstairs. Your garage, you have 2 outlets, 1 for each car. And then over here you have 2 more GFI breakers, so if you're drawing too much power from the garage door, you can reset it. And then the outside outlets are also GFI protected. You have 2 lights, 1 for each car. You can see nice tall ceiling, nice and deep garage. It'll comfortably fit 2 cars. You have your opener right here, 2 sensors on each end. Your garage door, the panels are insulated. And then questions in here?
No, I don't know. No questions.
Okay. All right. Do you guys need anything at all from me?
I want to ask you one question.
Sure.
Maybe this is not related to drywall.
No, it's okay.
So, I mean, when I read this in the website,